What is up, everybody? This is Keith. I go by Get a Guy 231 across the DFS industry, and we've reached Friday, and one of our rewards, or many rewards for getting through the week, but is to get a 4-game WNBA slate. Dubs and I are super excited, and I don't know if I didn't look ahead, so in case there isn't another video, for those that have been with FSI for a while or have watched the videos, shout out to Dub Lewis getting married this weekend. So make sure if you're in Discord, give him a congratulations. Really, really happy for him and his future wife. All right, quick reminder before I get into the picks. Bottom of the screen is the subscribe button. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really all does help. All right, let's get into the picks. And for today, so you'll notice, had to change the name. Pick and pop. I did notice that 3 ball's been used by a few other places. Didn't even know when I made the name. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to do 3 picks, so 3 ball. But, so we're doing the pick and pop from here on out. If that's being used somewhere else, let me know. All right, 3 picks are going to be all the same on both sites. First off, let's start with the premier value of the site. Mercedes Russell from Seattle. Started last game. Minutes were up the game before. Missed the first few with injury. But Mercedes Russell is a good player. She's dirt cheap on both sites. So again, if we're gonna just like look at this slate, this 4-gamer, where we have tons of studs. We have Jonquel, gonna talk about her in a minute. We have Brianna Stewart, gonna talk about her in a minute. We have A'ja Wilson. We have Liz Cambridge, who back over 30 minutes. Even Misha Hines-Allen was back. Like, there's just so many, especially at the forward position. Forward is so critical. And while I don't necessarily want to burn a spot, Mercedes Russell is just too solid and too good of a player for me to pass on it at her price. So Mercedes Russell, your pick number 1. Pick number 2, we are going to go with Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones at this point, I think you can easily say, is the league's best player in the first few games of the season. She's been double-doubling like crazy. She just absolutely dominated Brianna Stewart. I still think the league's best player, but Jonquel Jones just went mano a mano and got the better end of it. She gets an absolutely stunning matchup versus Washington, who, look, I love Tina Charles, but Tina Charles is not a great defender anymore. Misha Hines-Allen is a solid defender, but not at the caliber of Jonquel Jones. Without Alyssa Thomas, with other, spot down low, I just think that Jonquel Jones is almost in just too good of a spot. It's all going to come down to, can Washington stay close? If Washington can stay close, I think you're looking at Jonquel Jones putting up like a 25-10 type of stat line. If it gets out of hand, then, it's just like any game with blowouts. You can't predict them. What you can do is you stay away from good plays because the game's going to blow out, and then all of a sudden, the game is going to double overtime, right? So we pick the best plays, especially from a cash and optimal standpoint. And GPPs, feel free to differentiate. Feel free to play narratives, game stack, all that stuff. But for optimal, you're going to want Jonquel Jones. Finally, I'm going to go with like 2 more players. So I love Brianna Stewart, okay? Just absolutely love Brianna Stewart. I don't think Minnesota has a really good anybody they can really throw at them. Sylvia Fowles, while being a phenomenal defender, she doesn't want to be going out and playing and guarding Brianna Stewart on the perimeter and doing all the things that Beastu does do. And Brianna Stewart's minutes are just off the chart. Even struggling versus Jonquel Jones, she still put up, I think it was 45 DKA. I think it was like 46 on Fanduel. Like, she's still putting up numbers, even when she struggled shooting. She went 6 of 16. So I think with some value that we're going to have here, I'll talk about value play in a second to go with Mercedes Russell. But I do think that if you can get to Beastu, you do. I'd love A'ja Wilson. I haven't really gotten to there in builds, but Liz Cambridge played over 30 minutes. We know Liz Cambridge can absolutely just go bonkers. Like, there's probably no more of a mismatch in the WNBA than Liz Cambridge playing against Indiana. God, if she plays 30 minutes, I want GPP exposure to her. So Liz Cambridge, a great GPP play. Then finally, I mentioned just one other like cash value. Sydney Wees is going to be really popular on both sites. She's close to stone minimum on Fanduel. On DraftKings, she's under 6K. She's probably going to play 30 minutes again. Look, she's like the last option for Washington. Like, they're not going to run plays for her. She can shoot. She's not going to do a ton else, but she's going to be on the floor, which means that she has a chance to produce. So if you need it, which, look, with the studs, you very well may do. I think, playing Sydney Wees, especially in a cash type of build, makes a ton of sense. All right, that'll do it. If you guys want more updates, you want to chat before lock, all that good stuff, make sure you check out the subscribe button. Join for as low as $4 a day. Every slate's covered, the classic, any small slates, showdowns, all that good stuff. Thank you all once again for watching. This is Keith, aka Gator Guy 231. See ya!